Hi. So today's video is about news which is floating around internet, coming from our HRD minister, that from this session, next session, NEET and JEE main, both exams are going to held twice a year. So what is the significance of that? So let me explain in a very simple terms and language for everybody to understand. This rule is going to help a brilliant student who had a bad day. Now what I mean by this? See, in India, unlike US where GMAT, GRE, SAT is one of the criteria to take admission, in India, NEET or JEE exam are the only criteria to get admission in top medical and engineering universities. So people were wondering, if the exams are happening twice, how would the seats would be distributed among various colleges? Would you get seat based on exam 1 or would you get seat based on exam 2? So nothing like that is going to happen. As I said, the real significance of this news is a brilliant student will have slight risk mitigation. So generally what happens, because India is a competitive country, we have these exams once a year. So take example of a good student who deserves to go to IIT, who deserves to go to a top government college, but suddenly has a severe headache one day before the exam, or suddenly get viral fever 2 days before the exam. And because of that, he is not able to perform to the best potential and he doesn't get good marks. And based on one day performance, bad performance, the guy loses a year. Generally, he has to drop, she has to drop out, or maybe they have to go to a option 2 university or college, right? That is which happens in India so far. Now to overcome this situation, only this rule will help. So people can take NEET twice, which is in February and May, and people can take JEE main again twice, which is January and April. Then the scores would be average, standardized, so that, take a live example, there's a brilliant guy who somehow in February NEET attempt got a headache and only gets 200 marks out of 720 NEET. But he's a brilliant guy. So come May, he scores 540 in NEET or 610 in NEET. So now his 610 would be taken as the final score. I'm just giving a simple example. Lot of calculations will go behind it. Standardization across 2 tests and standardization across dates, as we all know, which happens in case of CAT and all that. But finally, his final score would be around 610. So that is what he deserves. And the final merit list will only be prepared after the second NEET. So if a guy has cracked 250 marks in the attempt 1 and he gets 100 marks in attempt 2, it is also possible that his final score is 230. Or take example that a guy scores 125 marks in attempt 1 and he is just barely qualifying NEET by getting 52 percentile. It is possible that when he attempts second NEET and gets only 40 percentile marks, or he doesn't attempt it at all, but when this standardization happens, when this average out happens, maybe from 52 percentile he will go down to 47 percentile and he would be NEET disqualified. Similarly, before attempting JEE advanced, which few people, as you know, take after JEE mains, both the exams and results are out before JEE advanced. So then the final merit list would be prepared based on JEE mains 1, both the attempts, and only the final shortlist people would be sitting in JEE advanced. So this all looks complicated. That's why I tried to give you complicated explanation, but a very simple analysis is this rule benefits good students who gets 2 attempts rather than 1 attempt in a year to perform to their best potential. Something which they used to miss having only 1 day in their disposal in a year. Nothing else changes, nothing else. No other rule changes. Thank you very much. I hope this video will be useful to you and everybody else. Thank you.